Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimping Mommy. So I have my final design team project for the graphics fairy. I have thoroughly enjoyed this one, and as it's my last journal I tried to make something really special. So what I have created here is a lapbook style journal. So it's quite large, it's approximately 8 inches by 11 1/4. And it's just something a little bit different than a traditional style journal. And I've had awesome fun making it. They're interactive, and also to make this project extra special I have created some of my own digital papers. I've taken full advantage of the Graphics Fairy premium site where you can download images and create your own digitals. So let's have a look inside. So we've got a very simple twine binding to hold it all together. It has been created out of file folders, and at this point I do have to give credit to Bohemian Crafts, and she has a tutorial on how to create the base of this laptop over on her Patreon. The rest of it I have created myself, and they're all my ideas, so let's get in and have a look. Hopefully it can help inspire you to start and create your own digitals, or to have a go at making a lapbook. So it's strengthened down each spine with duct tape to make it nice and strong, and this front panel here I have added chipboard to, wrapped it in black paper, and then added a part of one of my digitals. So I've created this using images available on the premium site. So if we open like so, I will have to keep moving across because it does extend quite large. Each one of these flaps here has got one of these little decorative labels that I made. We've got eyelets with some baker's twine just for decoration, and then under the pages that I've layered, which are ledger pages, these are available on the Graphics Fairy premium site, I have just layered with a thin strip of vintage paper, and this is vintage music paper, and I've cut the plain edge off the vintage music paper, and then with a Zutter binder bind it all. I have created these squares for decoration. So each one of these opens, okay, so if I pull it this way the other side is the same. The two smaller panels are layered again. This is genuine vintage ledger paper from around 1914. That's the date written on a lot of the pages, so that's roughly the date of it. So those are just like for writing on, or you could stick you know, post-it notes on or whatever, and then this part you can use as a tuck. Okay, so it's made out of file folders like I say, but it's very sturdy, and it is really interactive and fun. So I've used a twine binding for my bounding elements, so just wrapped around each of the, you know, each part of the spine. So I've got these two little booklets, and I created the books and all the photos and everything in here I created myself digitally using Photoshop elements. I watched nearly every single tutorial that's over there created by the Graphics Fairy to teach myself how to use photo elements, so that I could take full advantage of the digitals that are there that you can use then, and you can alter them and change the size of them to create your own. So I've created this little photo album. I have a standalone tutorial on this over on my channel if you want to see how it's made, and it opens up and we've got the tissue inside to mimic the idea of a genuine photo album to protect the photos, and then we've got a little pocket in the back with a little card there with a tab on, and that just slides back on the twine binding like so into the centre. And then here I've created another little notebook again. The image of the book there is available on the premium site. I've shrunk it down to the size that I like, and then I've turned it into a little notebook with a little pocket with some bits of ephemera tucked in, and again that just slides back on there like so. So those are fun little projects even on their own. So then you move those and we come to the fantastic interactive elements of this lapbook journal. So I've got to try and remember all of the parts. So the first part here is an envelope flip, and it's lined with just normal book page. It's just a small notebook that I got, and I like the decorative edge there. I've stamped. This is vintage book paper. It's from an engineering book that I own. And then we've got a guest check, some scrapbooking paper, and then digital elements that I've taken from the premium site. So we've got a pocket behind the guest check, and then this element is an envelope. So there's a huge massive pocket there with some vintage ephemera. Again, everything in here is available from the Graphics Fairy premium site. And then behind the guest check we've got a small envelope and a little receipt. Okay, and that goes back in there and tucks into the pocket. So then this flips over like so, and I'm just going to have to keep pulling it from one side to another to be able to get it in because it's really large. So on the back of this flip, which is an envelope, a large envelope, I've added a pocket there with some cluster of collage there, okay, and stenciling on the back so you can write on there. And then I've got this tuck pocket, hanging pocket with some ephemera, and it helps hold this little fake letter in place, and then there's a pocket at the back with some more ephemera in. So this then clips over the top of the pocket like so, okay, and then that will tuck up there and it will all hold snugly. So then we pull it over to this central part here, and if I just lift this up, this is one of the digital elements that I was able to create using all of these have all come from the Graphics Fairy premium site, having taught myself to use photo elements using the tutorials from the Graphics Fairy. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's really easy, and it really helps you create unique journals and projects because nobody else would have the same digital images as you, or of course if you want to create them to sell as well, which is very popular. So here we've got a library card, and that's some office paper and another vintage receipt and some more just general ephemera clipped on with a little clip there, so you can take them out and write on them as if they were journal pages. And again, I've layered with some vintage paper that I've just cut a thin strip and then punched those holes. So then that opens like so to the left, and here we've got another envelope flip. Okay, so if I just pull it, you can see both sides of that envelope flip. Alright, now holding at the top of it is what I've called a hanging pocket. So it's a double-sided hanging pocket, and each one has got little pockets with little bits of ephemera. But also what it does is it serves as a locking mechanism, because on this envelope here we've got some fold-out pages. Okay, so when this is on, it keeps this page and the page at the back shut. So behind here we've got another pocket, some more of this is genuine vintage, and some tickets that I was able to download from the site. And then when you turn it over, I've got to keep moving it. The receipt here is just tucked into the envelope so that it's kind of loose, so it's like a journaling page, and then we've just stenciled here so you can write on there and you can write on there. But also, you know, these envelopes are large, and so there is some more vintage ephemera that's A4 size that will fold out for journaling. Okay, so there's still lots and lots of journaling. So then that will go over the top, that receipt sticks under, and then when you turn it over you can tuck that page underneath and it will keep it all snug. So then we move over to this bit. We've got some more ephemera and another digital page that I've created. So that folds like so. Alright, let's get back over to the middle. So we've got another envelope flip here with a guest check and some layering, a little pocket there, And then in here we've got some vintage ephemera about bicycles. Then that flips open. We've got a belly band here with some fake airmail letters. I've put an image of a chap there. And then this part here pulls out, and it's double-sided for journaling. So it tucks into the pocket part of the envelope and into the belly band to keep that in place. Okay. So there's lots of ideas here. Feel free to use them. That's why I share, so other people can get ideas. So here I've created this little photo slide, and it's held on with a little one of the kind of ball keychain type things, held on to the little clip there at the top. And then we've got some more vintage receipts, invoicing and writing. And then at the back here we've got a full spread, and this is from the Typesetter kit, which is one of the Graphics Fairy kits over on the premium site. And then that flips over. Okay, let me just move it over. As well as the premium site, you know, the Graphics Fairy, if you sign up to their, you know, the website, they do share an awful lot of free images, and you get something free every Friday. So it's well worth signing up, even if you don't join the premium site. So here we go. We've got another envelope flip here again. We've got a library card. We've got a lovely gent there. It's layered up with various ephemera, and if I just pull it across, that flips out, and we've got another letter there and some more ephemera inside. And then we've got another plain page, which I was able to create myself using Photoshop. And we've got some more receipts and things just tacked on there. Then the main central part here. So this is a flip, and it's a shorter flip, and it's got 3 pockets full of little tags and little bits of ephemera, and then this shield here just holds these 2 tickets. And at the back of this flip it has the 3 pockets, and then it has another pocket at the back, and in there is a genuine vintage map of some areas near where I live in Yorkshire. So that is nice and interesting. So that goes in the back of there, like so. And then this part flips open. Okay, we've got some more of this. This is genuine vintage, real stuff. It's not printed. I'm sharing it. And that opens like so, so you can write on there. Okay. And then here we've got 2 flip elements that I've created using CD covers. I've created a journaling card on that one. It flips open. We've got some little tags there. We've just got some ledger paper at the back there, and I've just done some stamping. And we've got random washi tape all over. It's Saltim Holtz. And then this one here, I made a little closure to stop it flapping about. And that flips open, and we've got some ephemera in there as well. And then in here I've just got some leftover bits and bobs from cutting out whilst I was creating. Okay, so that will go back in there. Then that's little closure slides back up, and that's just created with some scraps of card and a brad. Alright, so then that flips back, and then the whole thing flips left. So on the right side here we've got a pocket page, and in there we've got some vintage ephemera. It's lined with paper from the Typesetter. This is the vintage piano page from the back of the book, and some faux vintage ephemera from my collection. And then on this side we've got a envelope flip. It's a narrower DL envelope, I think it's called, and I've lined it with the digitals that I've created. There is you can put something inside underneath that digital and in the envelope as well, and in there I've put in a like a architectural drawing which I got from the site, and this is a little receipt. Okay, and then they go back inside the envelope, and the envelope flips up. Now this is difficult to show because it's larger than my desk, but it flips up, and I've just stenciled. Okay, so I've just stenciled with a Tim Holtz stencil to leave it quite plain so that you can write on it, and also you can write on there. Okay, then if we move across back to the tabbed pocket, if we pull that to the right, we've got another mirror image of the envelope flip, just slightly different. I've added a pocket there, and again we've got ephemera in there. Okay. Then at the centre we've got two small signatures. Now they're held on by the twine binding that I'm using, and there's not heaps of pages, but there's just enough with the rest of what's in there for any writing or journaling. And again, these are ones that I created using the premium site and following the tutorials, which really are awesome. You know, that's how I have learned how to use Photoshop elements. So yeah, so I've done them so that they, you know, lay one on top of the other like so. It just helps keep it together, and it's just a little bit of interesting fun. And it's just bits of paper and tea dyed and accountancy paper and ledger paper. Okay, and they do slide out, and I have sewn them with my sewing machine to keep those pages together, but they do slide out so you can refill when it's been used. Okay, and then at the back there we've got this lovely vintage image to do with, I think this is to do with the barbershop kit on the premium site. So then, you know, you fold it all back like so, one on top of the other. It just helps keep it together, but you don't have to. Alright, and then because they are smaller sizes, you know, these are just A4s folded in half, but you can have them staggered, so I think it looks really cute. So then when you're folding it all back together, if you can remember which way it goes, then you're winning. I go right and then left, okay, and then right, and that bit belongs with there, and then left, and that bit belongs with there. Okay, and then the little books flip over, and then we can flip that together and flip that together, give it a bit of a jiggle, and it will all go back together again. So there you go. I hope that's given you some ideas, and I think it's showcased beautifully the kind of things that you can find over on the premium site. So thanks for watching and joining us today. I do appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.